Hey, what's happening? Y'all hit the like button as y'all come up in here. Shout out to the playback and shout out to the whole clique. Make sure y'all visit the channels tab to see some really good content creators up there and give them some support. I talked about this particular image right here. There was really no particular face or complexion attached to this image, but I spoke on getting to a point where you holding up all belts and you become one face, one name, baddest man in the division. Josh Josh Taylor is the first undisputed champion out of Scotland. And ever since I started watching this guy, he's been on some big champ shit. I broke down how I felt he had the tougher path to undisputed or to his belts than Jose Ramirez did. And I felt like that was what was one of the key factors in him gaining the victory last night. And he's made his country proud. He came in with a lot of pride, a lot of heart. I felt he even beat Jose Ramirez at his own game. Was winning a lot of the exchanges. But I like the fact that both of these fighters, whether we're talking about Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez, both of these guys wanted to make history. And I got to give them both flame of fame. Because we all know there's a lot of individuals that only care about the bag. And the bag is killing the sport. The ones that's just only pursuing the bag. In my opinion, that's what's killing the sport. It's good to get the bag, but when you go after the legacy, the bag chases you. The money gonna be chasing Josh Taylor from here on out. It's so many big fights out there for him. And that's because he chose to put the legacy in the front seat and put the bag in the back seat because he knew that the bag was going to eventually come. And it can only come in a major way when you're on some big champ shit. So I tap my hat off to this guy for executing his game plan. I truly felt like Jose Ramirez did not have a plan B. And it's probably partially because, or mostly because, that way has been winning. That strategy has been successful for him all the way up until this point. Apply pressure, cut the ring off, go downstairs and work on the inside. And he's always had the advantages with his style for the most part. But Josh Taylor's just different. He was a different fighter. I seen that. A lot of people seen that Ramirez was going to be the winner in this fight, but I never seen it that way. I always seen Josh Taylor having just much more than Jose Ramirez. But he did come in there very, very tough. I honestly thought that Jose Ramirez would get stopped in this fight. It was points where his legs was looking real weak. But I got to give it to him. This guy was in tremendous shape. He has tremendous heart. And he is the second best 140-pounder, hands down. And I believe that he will be champ again one day. So I got to give it to Jose Ramirez on his efforts of not quitting, right? Because we've seen some fighters as of recent, when it going get tough and they start getting embarrassed, they start to get hurt. Then we find out that they not as tough as we thought they were. Josh Taylor was bringing it to Ramirez, hitting him with some stuff, man. He was countering the hell out of Ramirez. Ramirez got to learn from that. It's going to be a good learning experience for him, but, aggressively charging in like that, You know, when you make a mistake, when you in there with a very, very tactical, smart, intelligent, athletic boxer puncher like Joshua Taylor, you will pay for your mistakes every time. Every time. You cannot be in there with a guy like a Josh Taylor, like a Bud Crawford, like a Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Joshua. We've seen Floyd Mayweather in the past, you know, guys that are sharp like that. You can't make any mistakes because you will pay the price for it. We see Jose Ramirez at 1 second. You know, like I seen that first knockdown. He charged in, he threw the punch, and then it's like he got in close to Josh Taylor. It's like, oh shit, I'm close. And then Josh Taylor just made him pay the price. He led, I believe, with the right hand and didn't have nothing else behind it. And then it was too late. He got countered. That was the first knockdown. And then silly ass Kenny Bayless, all in the way or whatnot. It distracted Ramirez, I believe. And that's what ultimately got the second knockdown scored on him. And he wasn't protecting himself at that time. He got distracted. Josh Taylor never got distracted. He didn't take his eyes off Ramirez. And the knockdowns was what helped him win the fight. Some people might have issues with the scoring or how the judges had it, but they got the right guy. They got the right guy. Let me see what's going on in the live chat. I will drop the link. We could chop it up. I also want to chop it up on the undercards. And we will assess some things because I wasn't too happy with the results of two of the fights. You know what I mean? What's up, Actual?
What's going on, my bro?
Good.
Chilling, man.
Just out here hanging out. We got Iron Cone and everybody in chat. And we got Actual Facts in the building. You know, Mr. Impressions himself, you know, and I appreciate you, brother, coming through, showing the support, man, entertaining like you do, and just being a part of this historical event that we witnessed last night, brother.
Yeah, man, that was definitely lit, man. That, you know, that whole card was lit, man. That was, you know, it was some good. It was the stinkers here and there in the card, you know, some robberies, you know, a couple robberies, man. But yeah, man, that, you know, shout out to Josh Taylor, man. He, for me, man, I predicted the fight the wrong way, right? But my thing is, how do I do, Black? I always pick the underdog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew Josh Taylor was gonna win. I'm not a fucking moron. But my thing is, I'm always gonna pick the motherfucker that everybody's not picking because I'm trying to win some goddamn cash. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but in this case, a lot of people was picking Ramirez. A lot. Yeah. And I think a lot of people slept on the skill set of Josh Taylor. Maybe they didn't sleep on it, but they really felt like Ramirez had what it took to, you know, nullify and get the victory. Nullify Josh Taylor and get the victory. So, man, we got also 1-2 Kid and Sporting Advantage on panel. What's going on?
What's going on, Black? What's going on, SA? Actual, yeah. I also had Ramirez, and I was wrong. It happens to the best of us.
Right. I mean, hey, I admit, I shit with the Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko shit. I thought for sure Loma was gonna win, but sometimes we just can't get them all.
I think we made it.
Gotta eat your absolutely. Tia chips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Crow chips that you said?
What? You gotta eat crow chip.
I'm eating my crow chip right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan, he said, "What a fight! Congrats to Josh Taylor."
Yeah, I think you got it right though. Josh Taylor never took his eyes off the prize, and Ramirez did, and it cost him. And I think who was it? Andre Ward that said it best. He said, "Rookie mistake by a veteran fighter, not protecting yourself at all times."
It's just 1 second, yeah.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
But can we really place the full blame on Ramirez on that one? Because you know when Kenny failed us, I call him Kenny fail us because he continues to fail us. You know what I'm saying? failed to break them apart properly and split them up. If you're gonna go there, swipe, because obviously he said something when he was swiping, right? Ramirez's hand at that moment, but then he pulled back too fast. He pulled back like, all right, work it out. Work, he's expecting you to go in there like you usually do and break motherfuckers up and not work in the inside. No,
but follow through.
You didn't follow through.
Either way, though, I'm so damn proud of Ramirez, man. He needs to hold his head high today because he fought like a true warrior, a true champion should. This isn't even really a loss for him. When you lose Undisputed, it's just, this is just because, you're fighting the best of the best. And, sometimes you have a slip up and a fail, but he's still in his prime right now. He's got a long way to go. So I'm proud of him. He did well, but last night was Josh Taylor's night, and congratulations to him. And he just conquered something that very few men do. But yeah, it was a fun night last night, and I appreciate everybody that came through, and Black for having me on.
Hey, yo, and let's
sure always.
And real quick, let me add this. Let me add this to it too, right? SA, because SA, he made a good point. You gotta give that took an uppercut so clean and out of nowhere that he didn't see it, right? He wasn't prepared for that. Would have been out on the canvas. They wouldn't have continued. He gathered his guts up, he gathered his wits, and continued on and continued to try to win the fight. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's something else, man.
Both knockdowns, he did that. So you gotta shout him out, and once again, touching on what SA said, these guys weren't afraid to get in there and mix it up to prove that they were the best in the division, unlike a lot of other fighters in boxing as of today. So these guys deserve all the credit in the world. Shout out to Josh Taylor for becoming the first Scottish undisputed champion, and shout out to shout out to Ramirez for being a part of it and being the other half of it, of making it happen and willing to put his titles on the line to prove his greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Real talk. Hey, you know what I like about this undisputed match we saw last night? It's like when there's more on the table, it seems like the fight is better. They're not thinking about giving up. And we seen the warrior of Ramirez. It was like, damn, he had no legs, literally had no legs. And that dude was like, I don't care what I got to do. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep coming forward. I'm going to keep trying to execute my game plan, even though I don't feel he had a plan B, but I respect that he had the heart to keep pursuing and, doing what he knows how to do, which is apply a lot of pressure and cut the ring off, try to get you to the ropes and break you down. And he was having some success, man. And he made it for a very entertaining fight, even though he took his first defeat. But like you said, Sport, like it ain't no shame, ain't no flame of shame to this dude, Ramirez, man, for being in the biggest fight of his career and just falling short. Only one person can walk away a winner. So that's just how the game go.
Yeah. And, you even saw Josh Taylor. He squashed beef, afterwards and, just gave him a whole bunch of respect and said, he does this all the time. And, truly what he believes is, Ramirez is his toughest fight he's ever had and, one of the greatest to do it. So it's a very good thing to see. And we're not kidding, guys. These are two of the best in the peak shape. And, they put it on display last night. It was awesome to witness.
Mr. Iron Kong, talk to Casual BHP, UGC Casual Flame, man. Holla at me.
Yeah, man. I just think, Jose Ramirez threw that fight last night. You know what I'm saying? I think he was offered some more pesos, and he threw that fight. You know what I'm saying? How you going to come in and let this dude, just run game on you, to knock you down twice and all that, bro? Man, get out of here, man. You threw that fight. You got offered some money, and we know what you did. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that was Josh Taylor's toughest fight. I thought the Prograis fight was his toughest fight. You know what I'm saying?
I heard somebody say that yesterday. Somebody said that yesterday too.
Yeah. So Prograis was his toughest fight.
What? So what do you think was the major factor? Like, in all seriousness, what would you think was the major difference in the fight that favored Josh Taylor?
I don't know. His movement just seems to be better. Josh Taylor just seems to be a step ahead of Jose on pretty much everything. You know what I'm saying? And that was what I found. Like, he seems to just have a different level to Jose Ramirez. I don't know if it's that Jose was flat that night, or maybe was Josh right that the weight just, is too much for him to cut now and he was just flat? Or is Josh Taylor just that much better than Jose Ramirez?
It was his counter punching, man. His counter punching was so good.
Right.
Yeah,
It was elite. It was elite.
He just seems to be ahead of Jose Ramirez. I mean, that's just to me. Like, everything just seems to be ahead, more of everything else. And I was just disappointed because I saw the Prograis fight, and I don't know if Josh Taylor made that fight harder than it should be, or Prograis is Regis Prograis better than Jose Ramirez, Dial?
Yeah, to me.
Actually, I think I would like to see that fight now.
I would love to see that fight. That'll be, matter of fact, that's the next big fight at 140. Like, because matter of fact, Bob Arum yesterday said that when he comes back, Josh Taylor, that is, he's going to be fighting some guy out there in this country. So I guess it's a defense, some kind of defense he's going to have. So he's not fighting T.O., he's not fighting a rematch with Ramirez, he's not fighting Regis, he's not going up. He's going to defend his undisputed status in this country. So that seemed like that'd be the next big fight.
I don't blame him at all. I heard something about his own family couldn't even view the fight. Like, they weren't even able to in the country. So I feel bad for them.
Well, they weren't able to come, so I don't know if they saw it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. And he still was there. That's probably why he was so angry the whole time.
Maybe more.
That might have been motivation. Yup. That might have been motivation, because I felt like that was a part of it. I think like he was, I think Josh Taylor was extremely motivated, never lost, view of what he was supposed to do. And there were certain moments where, it felt like, I felt like maybe Ramirez got punished for having integrity and fighting fair. You know what I'm saying?
But I have a question though. This whole thing about not being, are we talking about Josh Taylor, like they weren't able to view the fight back in Scotland?
Nah, his family wasn't allowed to come.
So they were allowed to watch the fight, though.
Right. So he couldn't have any of his squad or his team.
Well, why? Shit, green card stuff.
Maybe card, something like that.
I think it was the whole the pandemic thing.
Okay, yeah, restrictions. Okay. But I mean, he must got green card. He can go anywhere. So I remember like Loma too. Like, I remember they tried to use that excuse to say the fight between T.O. and Loma can't happen. But he's like, "What you mean? I can go."
No, Josh Taylor has like the UK passport, so they don't have visa restrictions to America. But so it has to be something else. It has to be something else, right? But whatever, man. Whatever. The old racist one. Who cares? You know what I mean? You had on your stupid WBC shirt.
Hey, so what y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about Mauricio? Y'all think he's happy that this guy's wearing his shirt and got his belt?
I mean, he's gonna come out with a Scottish belt now. It's gonna have a kilt attached to it.
A kilt, the WBC kilt belt. Okay,
but hey, yo, I want to
get no ideas. 1-2 kid, the motherfucker crazy enough to do it, man.
You've been stealing them.
I want to say though. I realized a few sports media people on social media was saying like Undisputed was undisputed, and they don't have Teofimo listed as no undisputed champ. Like all the undisputed champs they've been listing out, Teofimo in on their listings. Right?
Oh, who lists?
So it's a few people like on social media, like few media people who've been putting out like lists of undisputed champs, and they don't have a Teofimo. You know, saying they have a Josh Taylor though.
Hey, who I want to hear real quick. Who y'all favoring if Regis and Ramirez fight, man? Because I really want to see that fight now.
I got Regis. I like Regis. Regis is I like Regis.
I think he punched too hard for Ramirez not to have good enough. Like, I don't think Ramirez's defense is that good. I just feel like you keep getting hit clean. Like he was getting hit clean by Josh, but I just feel like if Regis hit him clean,
I think
your legs is really gonna be weak.
I feel like it was like the same like the first 2 rounds with Postal. He was moving his head and then he just stopped after like the second round. He stopped moving his head, and that you got to move your head, man. You can't either
You do got to move your head,
or be out of range. But he likes to fight inside, so he got to move his head when he comes in. And his trainer was telling him that, like, move your head when you come in, you know. And he was biting on all the feints too, and he wasn't feigning at all. He was just walking.
No, he wasn't. Right. And you know what? Somebody called it he got the Robert Garcia, the RGBA, you know, that style fighting. So is it true that Robert Garcia makes his fighters fight all the same?
No, I wouldn't say that, because he was giving him the right information and what to do, and he wasn't reacting.
But
like
they
told him what to do.
They aggressive though, 1-2. They apply a lot of pressure. They don't fight really off the back foot. They usually coming forward, trying to, you know what I mean, trade with you, get on the inside. Yeah, like, so is it all the fighters under Robert Garcia gonna just have the Mexican style? Because I didn't see a plan B for Ramirez, and I think that's what ultimately lost him the fight. He didn't do anything different. It was the same thing.
I think that he felt like it was, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of deal. And even though he was getting certain things, he felt like he was having some successes doing some things, and he might have fooled himself in the fight, basically. Or you know, because he's like, you know, sometimes these fighters, you know, sometimes they coaches tell them some BS, and they like, well, I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'll figure it out as it goes. So I mean, I don't know if that's what he was thinking, but I don't know. You know, but what I do know is we got a hell of a fight last night, and shout out to Josh Taylor, man. Yo, did you get that? Did you get that, Black?
Yes, sir. You're a man of your word.
Yeah.
So I want to let everybody know on live, 1-2 Kid is a man of his word. That man paid up on his bet. I would have done the same shit.
Oh, how much did y'all bet?
50.
Like 50.
Yeah, like 50.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I usually don't bet, because I'm just a real boxers fan. I just like to make picks out of fun, really. Yeah. And but I just had a 50 that I didn't care to lose. So I was just like, I got 50 on Taylor, whoever. Yeah, 1-2 jumped at it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. Why not? Have some fun. Yep. Same as
I think next time
I
think next time I'll throw that money on the, you know, the actual betting. You know what I mean? What's that one site I used to go to?
Oh, here we go. Getting a little big headed now.
Nah, I mean, hey, I might as well test it out. I ain't gonna go big. Like, I might do a 50.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
You know, 20 to 50 or something. Like, Charles was the first one that told me I should do that shit. And he showed me the website, so I just got to go there and do it.
Yes, and Charles will show you the way.
He is the way, my brother.
He will show you the way. Because I'll tell you what, man, he came out on top with that last fight. I did too, but I ain't come off like him.
That boy. Free Charles D so we can get this paper, man.
Yeah, man.
Pandemic restrictions, only trainers, etc. are allowed. Not even journalists could go unless they got a long-term visa before the restrictions. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, you know what? Hey, he gonna have a fucking party when he get back. They gonna be litty. I mean, cars gonna get turned over, all kind of shit probably. It wasn't a big crowd at the event. Hey, I want to talk about a little bit, man. The undercard, man. We got to cook on that. I low-key disagreed on the decision on this fight, man. Method and Madness had mentioned it. He said Lundy proved he isn't a pushover. How did y'all rate Lundy's performance, man? Especially a guy who has about 8 losses, 9 now, but a lot of experience. What does he fit, man? What do y'all rank him right now?
I think he did very good last night. You know, he was in there with a very good boxer in Zepeda, and I know that all of us had it very, very close. And you know, I want to say the majority had Lundy even up. So I think he did a really good job, and just keep on working at it. He had a few, you know, wild moments, but for the most part, he did very well.
Yeah, I was in the minority with the Sims fight, though. I felt like Sims pulled it off.
Oh, the Sims fight, yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought the judges dropped the ball in those 2 fights, but yeah, I think you felt Sims won, and who else felt? Did actual Phil Sims won? Couldn't remember.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Leighton did.
I just felt your boy, I'm forgetting his name. I'm having a brain fart with Elvis. Elvis, I felt he did enough early on to secure the win that I felt like it was too little too late for Sims, but I don't know, man. So
Yeah, that
maybe
was
I gotta watch it again.
surprising. I had to rewatch the fight, but yeah, that was surprising for me as well. Elvis, he had a really nice KO last year. He was really starting to come into form with Freddie Roach. So I don't know. It's kind of disappointing, but yeah, I guess he lost the fight.
I literally had it a draw, so I assumed it was going to go Elvis's way because he was the bigger name. But the fact that it didn't bother me. I was like, sometimes, the underdog got pull one out. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to see that people know that they actually have a chance at beating these guys at bigger names when they get in there. And he came to compete, and he was there all night. And there was some swing rounds. So, I think you guys, there was some swing rounds. Y'all said it was close, but y'all gave it to Elvis, and I think those were the rounds that I gave to Sims. So I wasn't mad at the decision in the first one. In the second one, yeah, Lundy did more. I think I forgot what his name is. He had some successes. Zepeda had success in his fight, but I think Lundy was doing what he had to do, and then I think he gave some rounds away, but I gave those to Zepeda, and I still had Lundy up. So
also there was that. I know nobody really talks about it the day after, but we did see a questionable, could have been knockdown that was taken away from him as well.
I forgot about that. It was a punch landed at the same time. I guess they said this trip occurred, so that was questionable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was a flush shot, and you could tell it buzzed him. And then when he tripped over, so when you see a guy get buzzed, it can still be a 10-8 round also.
Yeah, but you know what? I think you pointed this out one too. Like you noticed the dude legs was weak. Like your normal trip, you get up and you fine. Like Zepeda legs was low key weak.
It was the way that Lundy came after him too. After that, like he came straight at him, and Zepeda started backing up to the ropes, and that body language just kind of tells you that maybe he wasn't all there, but who knows? Maybe the ref got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to say that too about the Josh Taylor and Ramirez fight. There was plenty of times where Josh was holding on, not just holding on to hold on, not just holding on to hold. There was moments in the beginning of the fight where he was holding, like get off me, stop hitting me. Then body shots hurt. So that was a very competitive fight, and both of those guys came to win. But Josh Taylor just dug down and kept to the game plan, and that's what got him the victory.
Yeah, man. This dude, man, he's on top of them. He really can't explain. It's that surreal feeling that he going through right now. So I remember they was trying to ask him, like, how do you feel? He was just grubbing on pizza. Like, well, I don't know, man. I'm hungry right now. I'm feeling good, but he was excited and shit, but just hungry at the same damn time when he was eating that pizza. Haplo, what up?
Yeah, you heard it here first. Eat more pizza and you'll become the undisputed champion.
Floyd and Josh Taylor with the pizza work. Pizzagate. That guy says the knockdown seemed legit to me. I was still waking up at the time. Yeah, you talking about the Lubin knockdown, I think. And Actual says he believes Sims got it. So yeah, that was a good fight, man. I gotta give it my respect though to Sims because I had never seen him fight before. And one thing he was doing that Ramirez should have done was he was actually moving his head. He was moving his head good. I like the way Hank Lundy was moving his head. Like if Ramirez had that type of head movement, he would have made Josh Taylor miss a lot of them shots. I didn't like how Ramirez was just charging in. Like he'll lead with a shot. He'll lead like with the right hand, and he'll have nothing else behind it.
It'd be
Josh
surprised
Taylor,
that it got there. He's like,
Taylor would counter him like, bro, I'm gonna counter you, bro. You right here on the inside. And I think that was kind of the difference was Taylor was countering him every time he would get close, but every time he got him to the ropes, Ramirez was able to work. He was able to work and good on the ropes.
That's one thing I was saying to everybody too. I was like, yo, Ramirez got an underrated jab. And I think everybody's seen it last night. He was pumping that jab out there, and he had success with it. So I was half right about some of the stuff, but you know, hey man, Josh Taylor pulled it off, man. Big dub,
did.
crow pie. You know what I'm saying? Crow sandwich. Well, hot sauce and anything.
And y'all dudes didn't even hesitate, man, to come eat y'all crow. Iron Cone, you know, actual 1-2 kid.
Nah, so, man, I ain't eating no crow. I'm calling for an investigation.
You eating cherries? I see you.
Oh, that's calling for an investigation.
That's
you gonna hire young Pharaoh to put the evidence out? You is, bro.
Man. I don't know. Jose Ramirez just kind of tripped up and took 2 knockdowns. I don't understand. I mean, how are them knockdowns was a knockdown? Jose Ramirez took a dive, man.
You out here creating you create narratives that he taking dives, bro. He took a dive after that hook landed for sure, and the uppercut. He dived.
Yeah. Well, if they say Kovalev took a dive, well, he took a dive. Shit that.
Okay. He said the Lundy one, yeah. Flame of fame to Taylor being UK's first 4-belt undisputed against the odds of having Ben Davidson in his corner and the ref breaking up the fight every 5 seconds.
Bro, Kenny Bayless was garbage.
Yeah, for both of them.
What is up with this dude?
Hey, I agree. Like Leighton was trying to give them flame for giving flame to Kenny Bayless. I'm like, bro, hell no. He deserves.
The biggest problem is we're gonna tell the truth, man. Like, he don't like it. Oh well.
He was awful on both ends, though. I mean, he was giving Ramirez way too much time. I think he really caused that second knockdown. He wasn't penalized. Like he was just awful. Like you didn't know who he was in the bag for. He was in the bag for both of them. He must have took payments from both of them motherfuckers.
He taking turns and shit.
Yeah, I was like, this dude is just fucking.
Well, even live, like calling it live is just so awkward because it's like almost like a 20-second pause and you don't know what's going on because there's no clear signal.
Yeah, man. In Canelo's voice, man, like horrible. He was a horrible rep.
See, that's why Wilder said he was drunk.
This man said the Canelo voice. He's a horrible ref.
See, Wilder did say he was drunk, right?
Huh?
What didn't he ref Wilder Fury too?
Bro, hell yeah.
Didn't Wilder say he was drunk in that fight?
He said the ref was drunk?
Wilder, yeah, that was one of the excuses that the ref was drunk.
He can smell the Hennessy on his breath and shit. Brandy. That's fucked up, bro. Kenny is trash, bro.
I don't know.
Terrible,
I've seen. I remember the
Kenny
ref
makes the fights one-sided. That's for sure.
Like I remember the ref in the AJ Parker fight, who was like, as soon as they clinched up a little bit, he would just dash in, break. I was like, oh.
Hey, after a while, he was doing it so much that I'm like, I think he's doing this on purpose, just to get attention. Like, let me get this camera time, man. This may be my last fight, so fuck it.
I think Josh Taylor said after that the guy was like threatening to take away points from him and all. Josh was like, I'm not like for talking.
Yeah,
Josh was like, I'm not talking.
I saw the interview, the post-fight interview. He was like, what the fuck, man? I'm not doing anything. He said he kept telling Kenny Bayless, man, I'm not doing nothing, man. You keep warning me about shit. But man. He was doing some shit, like some of the shit he was doing sneaky.
Yeah, it's about 52 warnings last night.
You know what? I don't think we really pay attention to it, but how much better of a fight would that have been if Steve Willis was there?
Steve Willis. Oh, with the facial expression.
Yeah, like he's a great ref too, though. You know what I'm saying? And could you imagine anybody he's gonna highlight every punch that's thrown, he's gonna be like, ooh, shit. like he's just a great ref. I enjoy that dude. Any ref but that dude, man.
Anybody but him, bro.
Yeah,
just, you know
Bayless. I said Skip Bayless. But Bayless, man, yeah, man, that dude, oh my God. That dude's fucking awful. Horrible ref. Horrible ref.
Y'all think Bob Arum told him, look here, man, that belt stays in America. Because remember, Josh Taylor ain't really signed with Arum for no long time. Jose Ramirez is signed with Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? I think Josh Taylor signed with Top Rank specifically for this fight. So like I wonder if Bob was like, hey, Kenny, let me tell you something, man. You gotta do what you got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
he did the complete opposite if he did that.
no. Horrible ref. Can't even fix a fight properly.
He gonna keep pushing this shit, man. You better get out here with that conspiracy shit, bro.
Hey, man, I'm just listen. I'm here to speak the truth.
Yeah, man. That's
Top Rank did a few Josh Taylor promos and a lot of build up for him, so I doubt it was like that. I think they'd be happy to have Taylor remain with them.
Bro. I still can't get over this. I'm telling
He's
you,
certainly
bro.
the right color for Bob Arum.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. That really threw my whole mood off, bro. Kenny Bayless, man. Hey, we're gonna stay on this dude, bro. Look at this image right here, fam. Look at this shit. This dude, look at Floyd. Look how Floyd looking at this man. Like, you gonna let this man bite me?
You're like, why this motherfucker the ref?
You gonna let this man? That was with my Donna betting. He said, "Man, you gonna let this man bite me, bro?"
Madonna,
what's wrong with you?
He's saying to someone like, he drunk, y'all. So fucking
Yo,
drunk.
this drunk ass nigga.
I don't know who you beat. I don't know who you lost to.
This drunk ass dude let this man bite me. Floyd, I ain't never seen Floyd look so confused, dog. Like, this is the most confused situation I've ever been in. But yeah, man, flaming shame to this shit stain of a ref, bro. Kenny Bayless, or as actual facts say, Kenny Fellas. This man always felling.
Yeah, Kenny Fellas. Who was the ref that Angel said was gone?
Did Angel? Oh, what you talking about?
The judge,
Mills Lane.
Mills Lane. When Mike bit holy Evander, man, he wasn't having none of that shit. He was like, bullshit, Mike. That's bullshit.
He bit him in there. That boy be letting it be known. He gonna stand by the law and truth.
He was like,
Tyson, you bet him.
Mike was like, but he was like, bullshit.
That's bullshit, Mike. Shit, he'll risk getting knocked out just to tell the truth in front of Mike. Shout out to Mills Lane, who's still living. This man be out here false media. He was like, man, my bad. I'm like, how you gonna say my bad?
Yeah, man, people come and go.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
He was like, he ain't gonna get on me. Like, come on, black people come and go. I'm like, come on, man. Be a little sensitive to the people's
I heard
families.
It all before. I heard it all before. This motherfucker, like,
actually be cracking us up, man. Ulick says Flame of Fame also to Al Heyman for getting Spence the Manny fight and for getting Wilder his third fight for Fury. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Hey, man.
Yo, hold on, real
winning.
quick though. Actual's man fan last night was so on point. It was very good. It was so funny.
The emotional man fan shit segment. Man, this should be classic, bro. Says question is what's next for Crawford? I mean, hopefully he can get what's your boy name?
Ugas.
Yeah, Ugas.
Ugas or Taylor, man.
I saw Ugas make a comment on Twitter saying
I don't think Taylor. He's not getting Taylor next though, so it's gonna have to be Ugas or I don't know, Jerron Enos or somebody, bro.
Yeah.
Or Ortiz.
Well, yeah.
Fuck it, bro. I mean, it's the time.
I saw Ugas make some comment about that he wanted to unify. He didn't say he was gonna fight Spence. I was like, y'all always doing this shit, man. Yeah. You just embarrassed because they made that Spence fight and they didn't give you that fight. Yeah. You know you're not gonna fight no goddamn Crawford. Just stop. So everybody's like, wow, you gonna fight Crawford? I was like, man, get out of here. He's not gonna fight no Crawford either. He can't fight Crawford.
Yeah, didn't Earl mention that he's fighting Pacquiao and then put strap season? Like, dude, that's not for a strap. Well, I mean, you're defending your strap, but
yeah, man.
That's that Ugas work or that or that Bud work. That's strap season. But this is gonna be for the PED belt, y'all.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who gonna put the power pellet belt, man? Who got the best shake?
The Nada strap. They said Nada to the Vada strap.
I'll be shocked. I'd be happy though if them motherfuckers came in and it was like 6 weeks out and them motherfuckers had VADA, I would like, damn.
I mean, let's look at it. It's the May 23rd, and the fight is August 21st or something like that. So you practically got 3 months?
Yo, is that why these guys ain't all matching up with Bud?
Hey, you know what you said? Was that you that said that shit? No. Oh, I think Boxing Guy said that shit. He said this is why they ain't trying to fuck with Demetrius Andrade or Bud Crawford, because they fucks with that VADA work. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Don't do it to him. Don't really pull that card.
Yeah, man.
Josh Taylor. Ely says franchise, not a strap. Yeah, man. He getting franchise, so they ain't got to do the VADA.
You know, though, I'm gonna be tuned into that motherfucker though. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna watch that shit. You ever believe that shit?
He said that shit gonna be lit. They gonna be swinging with everything flowing.
How do you can,
Bruh.
That motherfucker be throwing.
You gotta put the extra shit on it with that in them.
Yeah, it's true.
Shit. Yeah, but you're right. People gonna be watching. They're gonna pay top dollar. Matter of fact, as soon as they lifted up the gates from this pandemic shit, they was full-fledged with it. It was like, look, ain't nobody got time to test. Time to get in there. I was like, what the fuck?
Motherfuckers ain't been fighting in years. Like, I'm coming back.
Holyfield, all kind of niggas shredded out here. Like, God damn, I told y'all they gonna hulk up. I said it before, I think last year, like in January. I was like, man, if these dudes come back for the pandemic and they got new veins and shit, that transpired out this whole, man, y'all better question everything. Vada nada, bruh. We seen the Charlos, they was like, Derenchenko was like, hey, there's no time. There's no time to test. I was like, what?
No time.
There's no time to make sure you on an even playing field for real.
They could take your blood while you getting that swab put in your nose. Exact same time.
Bro, right. Do the COVID and the VADA, homie. Peace, BHP. I'm here.
I saw they did the live signing for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3 last night too.
Man, what's y'all thoughts on? Like at this point, nobody fooled, bro. We not. Y'all can't. They can't play us, bro. Tyson Fury.
I think it's official now.
Tyson Fury ran game though, right? Everybody can agree.
Of course.
Yeah. Yes. And you know what's funny is Kong been cooking on that for a minute, and Lisa Bells. And I was like, I don't know. But sure enough, as soon as that shit was announced that he was fighting Wilder, I was like, that motherfucker wasn't training for Anthony Joshua at all. That motherfucker, I was like, he got me. Motherfucker got me.
That man is a troll.
The last time I saw somebody sign contracts live like that was when Hulk Hogan signed the contract to fight Andre the Giant live on TV. I was like, this is some WWE shit. What is this?
Going down, brother.
I'm telling you.
Going down, brother.
Leighton last night, he was like, yeah, I disowned him. The whole UK disowned him.
Leighton was talking shit. It was like 4 a.m. before he got off at his time. As far as I was like, man, you better go to bed with that extra energy you got.
He was tore up. He was like arguing with motherfuckers for shit that they didn't even say.
We was agreeing with this shit. Matter of fact, y'all started agreeing with him. He was still trying to debate y'all. I'm like, man, if you don't go to sleep.
Y'all some UK haters.
Oh yeah, Dragon Lady said put up 20 mil for that bare knuckle. I'm like, I be ignoring this dude. Fury is turning into little champ shit content for me. That's little content, man. That's weak shit. Says love that ESPN sucking A for Fury. Pissed off right now. Was they? See, I had that volume down, so I don't know what they was talking about. I don't know what Fury said. None of that.
Yeah, all the commentators left when he sat down. Them motherfuckers didn't even acknowledge him. They were just like, yeah.
Dude, Bob's been selling pretty hard for him too, because when they were in the presser before the fight for Ramirez and Taylor, he was like, oh, you can't be saying undisputed like that because another man's going to be here, and that's Fury, and Fury's going to have a few words to say to you. So he's pushing him hard.
What the fuck he saying about undisputed?
Yeah,
The fuck,
what?
yeah, but that's the thing too. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
But S.A. Right, that's what he said. And I'm like, undisputed. This motherfucker fighting Wilder for that same old WBC.
That man
That
ego
same
is.
WBC that turned you down for a franchise champion.
Well, we ran out of belts. They ran out of belts and shit when it came to Fury.
They're like, nah, I wouldn't consider you a franchise champion.
Boy, somebody
down.
said why they had to just put that pathetic shirt on, man. He's like, why when they undisputed, they always got to put Mauricio t-shirt on.
Man, any, it's like it don't
Was that
matter
you that
how
said
much.
that? Yeah, you
It
said
don't matter
that
how
shit.
much belts are involved. It don't matter how much belts are involved. Oh, here's a WBC shirt. You're a
Here's the
WBC
t-shirt.
champ.
Put that
Well,
on real
man,
quick.
if you don't get this, if I'm one of these, like how is like the WBA and the IBF guys allowing this dude to do that dumb shit? Like, man, stop.
Yeah, it's quite simple, Kong. There's 10 grand duct taped in the back of that shit. That's why me putting that shit on, man. And you can feel that 10 grand on your back, and you like, yeah, all right then. You know, I'll rock this
He's
shirt.
been served breakfast in bed all week leading up to this fight.
Oh, look what Bronze Plumber just said. AJ insists on full turn Vada. No wonder Fury swerved it. Uh-oh. Damn. Y'all putting that man in the fire.
Remember, they keep trying to say Anthony Joshua is a drug cheat, but the thing is, the people that keep saying he's a drug cheat, they got caught with drugs. Nance alone, all these people. Anthony Joshua's like, no, we're gonna do Vada. Big Baby Miller, even Dillian White got involved in some pet issues some time ago. So it was like all these people, but whatever, man.
Damn, but right, and they talk all the shit. He ain't never popped once, man. Right. And he used Vada every fight.
They're hoping and praying that one day they'll get him. They'll get him one day. They'll get him one day. But real talk though. So just a bit off topic, but in the 140-pound division, so they did an interview with Maurice Hooker, and he said he wants to start working his way back down to 140. I was like,
oh shit. Why you bring him up? Oh shit. Him?
Yeah.
You mean the one that lost to this, the one that just lost? That guy?
Yeah. He said, if he has to stay at 147, he'll stay, but he wants to work his way back down to 140. I was like, ain't nothing down there for you.
This man is 0, what is he? 0-2 in his last 2 fights?
Maybe he figures a vacant belt is coming.
Where you at? They talking about your boy.
Maybe he figures like a vacant belt because Josh Taylor not gonna hold all them belts. So, maybe he figures there's a vacant belt available coming and he can work his way back. But
oh yeah, that's right. He did pick him to beat Ortiz, didn't
he? Yeah. Who? Io? Pick who?
Virgil.
Hooker?
Or not Virgil. He picked Hooker to win.
Hooker, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I've never really been sold on Hooker. I don't. I put this politely. I don't care. Fuck it. I don't care. I really don't, man. Like, I wish him the best, but yeah, you gotta show me something.
Yeah, I think he looked good, and it's always been against these strong punchers that he's failed against. We even saw him against Ramirez. He just kind of got blasted out of there, like at the start of the middle rounds, or I don't remember the exact round, but
it was just like the beginning.
It's been a problem his whole career.
He's game, though.
The 6th, 5th, or 6th.
Yeah, he's game. He's game in them fights, but it's just like something's missing, man. Something missing. Like something ain't there, man. Could be his chin. Could be, I don't know.
But I don't mind seeing him back in there because, like 1-2 Kid just said, he's game, man. He comes to fight.
He ain't gonna get no better at 47 if he stays. So you gotta do something. Maybe he can do catch weights for some shit. I don't know. BJ Ben says once again, Wilder and Fury clogging the division. Can't wait for the aftermath. See what's his excuse then for not fighting AJ. Talking about, either one. I don't know if they're gonna
y'all know what's gonna happen. They're gonna keep pumping AJ and using AJ, during this fight, and then after this fight that they have, and then they're gonna bring in Ortiz or Ruiz. They're gonna bring Ruiz in, and they're gonna be fighting for the Mexican. It'd be the first Mexican 2-time heavyweight champion.
Oh shit!
All
of that shit.
Yeah, I know what they're gonna pull. They ain't about that. They ain't about that undisputed king of the hill shit.
Man. Hey, look, Tony Reviews in the chat said at Iron Cone, why does Tank look like a Nintendo 64 female GoldenEye character in your picture? That's a fact. It'd be the same expression, but they moving around and shit. You shooting them, they got the same smile.
The polygon count too low.
Huh?
The polygon count too low. It ain't GoldenEye like the polygons was real blocky. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey, real shit. That guy, he said, "Where's the Brotherhood?" Man, I seen him pissing off the whole UK all day. That man put a little conspiracy video up about Taylor, the cheating and shit. I'm like, I don't know, man. So he's trying to get the traffic, I guess. The UK hate.
Brotherhood.
Kong's headed over there.
I gotta see what's up because I told y'all, Brotherhood is a very, very intelligent brother. So I gotta go see what's up with my guy.
Oh man, he's out.
Well, you go do this, man. All right, whatever. Have fun. Have fun with that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but stay off my tag picture, man.
They gonna collaborate on the next live stream together, talking about this shit. All because you had one wrong pick. One wrong pick. All of this shit. This is worse than the Wilder reaction. All about that golden gun. Yep.
Speaking of the devil, boom, Brotherhood just popped up.
I didn't see Ramirez hitting Taylor after the bell though.
Yeah, we didn't see that, Tony. We saw Ramirez take a dive. That's what we saw.
Look, you didn't. Speaking of the devil, you didn't spoke him into existence.
Brotherhood gonna explain.
Right out of the flames, the Brotherhood arrives to piss everybody the hell off like he normally does. That's what he's good for. You know
he should come up and explain.
He will piss you off.
I've heard a few things. The first time I've heard, Iron Kong get pretty emotional about somebody, so I got to figure out what's going on with Josh Taylor.
This man will piss you off to the point you dropping your own address.
I don't like Josh Taylor. I don't like Josh Taylor, Sal.
Huh?
No, Sal wants to know why I don't like Josh. I don't like Josh Taylor.
You don't like Josh Taylor?
No, I don't.
Yeah, me neither. But I knew he's gonna win the fight. Hey, we got Dragon Leg with a super chat. So, what y'all think of AJ versus Usyk? Let's drop the dancing AB, and we can talk about that shit.
Well, yeah, we like any undisputed. Or go ahead, Black. I'm sorry.
AJ KO, 5 rounds. Go ahead, Sporting. That was quick.
Yeah, we like any undisputed fighter that comes in here, but AJ's also a man that's been trying to accomplish undisputed for a long time, and we've seen a few heavyweights stuck him, so we're just not ready to be sold on Usyk yet.
Damn. Yeah, man, he got to prove himself. I mean, y'all think it's stepping up too soon?
I think it'll go to distance. I think it'll go to distance.
Oh, it'll go to distance?
I think it'll go to distance. I think Usyk does a good job at I think so. I think Usyk is gonna do a lot of running around the ring.
You casual, man. You casual, fan.
I'm just telling you, I think Usyk does a good job at running around the ring.
Keep that casual ass pick. When he gets stopped, I'm gonna be right here. 5 rounds.
I didn't tell you he gonna win. I said I told you
go to distance, but I'm telling you, he get
AJ gonna win the distance.
I'll fuck with you. He gonna get stopped though. I'm just telling you, he gonna get
that would be great.
Out.
He's talking shit about I need more money, and they wanted to give Joe Joyce like 7%. And
this is my prediction. This is my prediction on AJ going forward. It won't go the distance no matter who he fight. Either he gonna get stopped or they gonna get stopped. It ain't going the distance though. I think he good enough to stop you, or he gonna get stopped. So that's my prediction.
So you looking at it like Usyk too small and he gonna get stopped.
He gonna get stopped. That's it.
I think it's gonna be just like a couple of knockdowns, and then eventually the corner's gonna just say, "Hey, we've seen enough." But yeah, I think Usyk's gonna get all that he asked for when he comes against AJ.
The conspiracy begins. The Brotherhood says Taylor a dirty manufactured fighter. He's a manufactured undisputed champ. Is what Brotherhood out here preaching, man.
Talk to these casuals, man.
Dog, don't do it. I mean, He can jump on if he want to, or he could just put up another video explaining the dirty manufacturing of this undisputed champ right here, man.
Hey, he may
Huh?
fight a little dirty, but them belts look awfully clean.
They sparkly.
All 5 of them.
All 5 of them, fam. Lineal, undisputed. Why you hating? Hey, like, don't hate, brotherhood. If he had dreads, would you be cool or never mind? Never mind.
I ain't have a dog in that fight. I mean, I just picked Ramirez, but I was just happy to see an undisputed champion come out of that shit. And guys actually willing to fight for undisputed.
Right. That was
You
the
know
whole
what I'm
point
saying?
of it. Like the mere fact, that's why I gave Flame of Fame to Ramirez, I think a day before the fight. Because I was like, man, this dude is actually, he said, they setting the example, man. They showing you this is how it's supposed to be done. When 2 people really want to fight each other, when you want to prove you the best, you got to fight them. That's big champ shit. Either way.
When
I didn't care about him losing. I'm still a fan of him. I want to see him fight again.
Right. There's a will, there's a way if you want that undisputed work.
Yep.
Unless you're Bud Crawford.
Hey, what y'all? Hey, Iron Call, let me ask you this question first. What you feel about? You know, a lot of people talk shit about Bob Arum, and you know he's just a shitty promoter. The whole spiel, but he got a lot of motherfucking legends out of his stock. You got Manny Pacquiao coming out of Top Rank, beating the shit out of motherfucking PBC fighters, bro. Arrow's next. To be continued. Arrow's next. But then you know you got Josh Taylor, undisputed, Crawford, undisputed.
He's got the only 2 4-belt undisputed 140 champions. So yeah.
I mean, like it's kind of looking like he got these guys getting a legacy situation straight.
What Bob Arum is good at is probably getting the talent. The problem is he's not great at making those talents superstars, right? Nobody on the Bob Arum is no household name. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on the Bob Arum doing no like huge numbers. It's when they leave Bob Arum is when they start exploding in terms of superstardom and all of that. Bob Arum ain't great at promoting, bro. He just good at like maybe number crunching or whatever.
Yeah, I think
I'd say maybe Pacquiao is an exception to that rule because he was a superstar under Bob.
Very true.
But isn't Pacquiao?
Hold on, Floyd. Yeah. Real quick, 1, 2 kids say that.
So was De La Hoya and Floyd also. But they both. But I think the point that Kong is making is they didn't become superstardom until they left them.
Well, and let's also speak to this right here. Tyson Fury coming back. He wasn't very known and he wasn't very liked. But now look at him.
Oh, with Top Rank. Yep.
But hold on. We have to talk about how we got that way. Hold on.
Damn,
because
bro.
if that's the case, hold on, Black. If that's the case, Tyson Fury's 2 fights without Wilder would have done some numbers in America. Tyson Fury's 2 fights without Wilder didn't do shit.
Okay.
They had to paper the whole arena. You know what I'm saying? After that, Tyson Fury had to keep tying his name to Anthony Joshua, using matchroom shows with Canelo and all of that to market himself. Top Rank ain't do nothing.
I agree with you, Iron Kong, but if we're comparing to AJ numbers, nobody's going to win.
I'm hearing you. What I'm saying to you is, you're saying Tyson Fury is proof that Bob Arum is a good promoter in some way. And I'm telling you it's not, because Tyson Fury fought 2 fights without Deontay Wilder. And those fights didn't do shit on the Top Rank. Didn't do nothing. They had to paper the whole arena.
That is true.
No pay-per-view numbers, nothing. Bob Arum ain't no good promoter. That dude, well, maybe back in the day, but Bob Arum is not somebody you want to be around. If you have Terence Crawford, a hell of a talent like that, nobody knows. Bob Arum says he has the biggest megaphone in sports, in the sports business, ESPN. He actually does. But do you see boxing doing any real numbers on ESPN? Bob Arum don't utilize ESPN for the real. Could you imagine Eddie Hearn with ESPN? Could you imagine?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, Bob Arum is a dude. He has ESPN, but you don't see the spill off, the blossoming of these fighters on ESPN. I think Fox does a better job of shoulder programming with their boxers than ESPN.
Hey, anybody see Pac taking a dive for Errol to keep the Errol Spence momentum alive for PBC?
Dive.
I don't see it either, man. I see Pac just trying to blaze out all them guys, man. And if he do it, bro, man, like PBC, y'all finished, bruh. If Manny Pacquiao get out of there whooping on AB, Keith Thurman, and Errol Spence,
then he's gonna sign to the zone.
It's gonna be over with.
He going to Dazen, and then he's gonna try to fight Bud.
Who?
I'll eat my crow if Errol win, but I'm picking Manny Pacquiao to win this fight.
You mean if Manny win, he gonna go get some big money with the zone?
Yeah,
Brotherhood hater. Brotherhood love creating haters. Like
that's if Terrence Crawford leaves. Do y'all think Terrence Crawford leaves Top Rank? Because his contract's supposed to be up this year.
Man, he out of there.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be the best move.
If he can't get this, if he can't get this fight, man, what the?
You know, it's like if you got a title and you sign with somebody else and you with the and you not with the PBC, you like toxic. They won't even. Well, I don't even know why I came to my fight.
Right, man.
I gotta look at my chicken, my cows.
Yeah.
I got some nice houses.
I got too many chickens on my ranch to be worried about fighting. Usyk going to get sparked, easy work. Taylor won it. Was a close fight, even with the 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? I think who was it that put it in there that Taylor went and won every title the way you're supposed to. You didn't get him in bulk, other than the
yeah, okay. So
other than the 2 in his last fight. But yeah, man, he went out and he got him. So shout out to Taylor, man. That he doing it the right way and it's paying off.
It's paying off, bro.
But in terms of that, Regis Prograde, that guy since going over to PBC ain't done nothing. Like he ain't been doing nothing.
He went on Triller, man, and beat up what's that dude name?
Red
Catch.
Yeah. Red Crotch.
Yeah. Punched him in the hip and he grabbed his crotch. He was like, "Oh, he got me."
Yeah, there were more leaked sparring videos of Red Catch than any highlights from that fight.
Oh my god! So Prograde is like I don't know. He just went silent. Like his whole career has just gone silent. Yeah. No AB fight, nothing. I mean, maybe they can find him to go beat up Maurice Hooker or something.
He beat the shit out of Red Catch. He beat the shit out of Smeagol.
Yeah, he did look like Smeagol, bro. His precious crotch was. I forget. Progress got robbed by Taylor. Hometown decision. Another conspiracy strikes again.
All right, so yeah, I can see Tony's writing a report in the chat about it, and yeah, I know what he's talking about. But let's be honest here: if anybody won the battle at the bell, it would have been Josh Taylor because Ramirez was only responding with those punches. But yeah, I think it's not either man's fault. I think it boils down to getting control of the fight, and that has to do with the ref in the middle.
This man, he put out the whole goddamn autobiography. This man did it. Hey, shout out to the ones who got time to write paragraphs. Tony, reviews. And shout out to Mr. 219. He be letting us know. Every time he stopped through, he on the scale.
And shout out to the ref that let all that shit go down.
Yeah, right. This man is the biggest flame of shame of the weekend, man.
You fucking letting motherfuckers get punched, giving motherfuckers 20 seconds to get up.
Yeah, man. What type of count was he doing?
Awful, man. Horrible ref. horrible ref, man. Look at that guy. He looks like he just horrible.
I almost want to bet some light money that Deontay Wilder use him as the ref in the next fight.
Man, I don't know. I don't even care about that fight, man.
Wilder still concussed, so he gonna just
he almost got knocked out a few times last night, like just like diving head first in, like no clear direction about him. But
Ramirez?
yeah, no, I'm talking about Kenny Bayless trying
Kenny
to like
Bayless.
break the fight up, like it was got knocked out.
That would have made my night right there.
Most inconsistent ref, like even that he almost got snuffed, and then he don't even want no contact with him. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, man.
It's like, which is it, man? Which one you rolling with?
Dude.
This dude
he always looked nervous and scared and shit. Like he need to be in a scary movie or something. Like you need somebody who just looks scared in a movie. That's him. Bayless almost got Taylor knocked out. Taylor was moving around Ramirez and Bayless' body blocked him. Then Taylor got popped by 2 very clean shots. This man was studying.
That's a fact. That's a fact, though.
That is true. I even said live, I said, Kenny Bayless may have kept Taylor up from that shot.
Yeah, that too. It's just everything, man. Everything was just a mess. This dude was all over the place, man. Just a walk-in suit of chaos, man.
You don't get your chaos with a bow tie. Get out of here. This dude, man. Yeah, he's the flaming shame of the weekend. Shout out to Martin Ramos in the chat. What's going on, bro? Brotherhood says Taylor is nothing but a thug. Okay. We really trolling now. Taylor beat 3 He might be a thug, but he thugged all upside Ramirez's head last night, bro. That's all I know. Says Taylor beat 3 champs. Regis a free agent. I thought he's with PBC now, though. I thought he was. That's why he was trying to, talk on getting the Adrian Broner fight. Tony Weeks should have probably been the ref.
He fought on the Triller, right?
Yeah, he was on the Triller shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
think
think
that guy can fight though.
Oh, Regis,
yeah, he's a bad mofo.
That's why I really respected Josh coming into this fight. I was like, bro,
yeah, he been in there with this guy. That's a fact.
Been in there with motherfucking Regis. So I was like, yo, man, this dude be socking tires, trees, all kind of different shit out here. Probably, wall plaster, like just all kind of shit. And Josh Taylor took all of them shots. He made adjustments and he was giving it and he was taking it. So I was like, yo, man, this dude. I was like, Ramirez gonna have to really like get him up out of there because Taylor tough, man. He's a tough Scottish dude. Tony Weeks a very good ref. Yeah, we're gonna need somebody. I would recommend Tony Weeks for the rematch of Fury and Wilder. That little champ fight. People really excited about that fight too. After all of this shit, I don't care I don't care about it when it comes because I just think somebody gonna get body bagged. So
I want to see more Steve Willis. I like Steve Willis.
Steve Willis, yeah, Steve Willis. I think it's the one Brotherhood talking about. He said the only good ref is the one with the eye. You must be talking about him. You shouldn't have said it like that, but yeah, Steve Willis. Tony Weeks. Let me see. Ramirez got like 15 to 20 seconds to recover from both knockdowns, thanks to Kenny. Thanks, Kenny.
Yeah.
Appreciate the work you do, sir. Just be in the way.
You make after the bell, punches on the
Kenny
break.
had to be told he was knocked down.
Right after the bell, in between breaks.
And for both fighters, like it was just like he was just horrible, man. This fucking dude, man. I'm tired of seeing this motherfucker in the ring, man. It takes the light off the fighters, man, because this dude's fucking incompetent as shit. It fucks shit up.
So
you ever seen one of those people that you're just like, they just don't know what to do with their hands? That's him.
What do I do with these?
Like, move your ridiculous hands out the way. You didn't got this man uppercutted.
He was signing all type of signals.
Bipolar ref up in there. Bipolar.
I mean, and I thought at one point he took a point away from Taylor, and then he changed his mind. I'm like, did he take a point or what? Like, what's this dude doing, man? Clown. So I just hopefully they somebody see this and recommend not to bring this man back for the big fights. Let that man do I was about to say like Emmanuel Augustus, you know, he don't fight no more, but fight them type of level fights. You could do them type fights, low budget shits.
Yo, wasn't it? What fight was it? Wasn't he the one that was looking at the teleprompter when they screwed up on a call, and they still screwed it up at the end of the fight? Remember we were talking about that shit? I forgot what fight that was. And dude was like all on the teleprompter, just like staring at the shit and not saying nothing. And they still made the wrong call and shit. I was like, yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name or anything, but I was watching a fight last week? Yeah, I think it was last week, and they had the guy at 3,007 KOs. Like, it was just so bad. It's like, what the hell?
Hey man. Oh, they said Bayless tried to hold his hands up like the whole world ain't watching breach in. Like, bro, we saw you bring your big ass hands in there with the gloves on. We saw it.
Yep, and pulled that motherfucker's arm down in the one that he needed to defend himself. So I'm like to that left uppy, and I was like, this dude, man, could he fuck up? And that just was the one that I was focused on during the fight because I had Ramirez winning. But I agree with everything Tony Review said too. But I'm just like, nah, we're not gonna skip this one though. This is some bullshit. It's some hot bullshit right here, man. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It is what it is, man. Yeah,
man. So, yeah, we're gonna get out of here in a minute. He says, "Who was the ref for the Sims Jr. fight? He warned Sims for ducking too low." I don't remember that moment. OMG, watch replay for 40 minutes and still wrong call, but UK does screw jobs. Which moment are you talking about? Brother Ace Money in the chat. He says Fury will knock out Wilder again. More than likely. I'll talk about that fight when it get close. Bayless was pulling arms down to stop the holding. Many refs done that before. I know, but you got if you're gonna, you got to say break and then make sure there's no punches thrown. But like, he just put his hands in there. I don't really think he said nothing, but it distracted Ramirez. Ramirez didn't, like, he stopped protecting himself at that moment, and Taylor's kept his focus on Ramirez the whole time.
Exactly. Which he's supposed to do, but he didn't know that he was grabbing his arm because he didn't feel him grab his arm. So he just let the punch go and was like, oh, he's open for that uppy, and he caught him with the uppy. What I'm trying to say is it's kind of interfering with the action. And it ended up.
Yeah, he said, so you gonna salute them, but come at me with some Wilder shit.
You see, these are the fights we should have trilogies for. It's like, I wouldn't mind, like, if Ramirez, like part of the, contract says that he has to go to Scotland and fight there. Like, I wouldn't even mind that. But
I'll be honest with you, like, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. I think it would do huge numbers, and I think that in a rematch, Ramirez would have a chance because he was having some moments, but Taylor was just better that night, man.
Yeah,
just get a better ref.
Very evenly matched champions, but yeah, Taylor, he had it in him.
Every time Taylor put him down, man, motherfucking Bayless count to 20.
20, bro. 21. What up, H?
I was like, man, it's like 15 seconds.
Yeah. Dude, the first time he was counting like too fast. He was on 8 in like 2 seconds. And the second time he took 20 seconds, like 1-2 Kid said.
Just count to 1. Right. Blue Hand Promotions. Big up chat and panel. Protect yourself at all time. And then Kenny Bayless, of course, with the Flaming Shame of the year. Shizbid says, Ward, a company man. I did not agree with RJ Ward's scorecards last night. I got to say that. You know what I mean? I didn't agree with his scoring, but, I'm not perfect. Maybe I have to rewatch the first 2 fights. What's going on, H?
Yo, what up, Black? What's good, man? Shout out to the entire UGC, man. We here representing, man, for my peoples, man. What's good?
What up?
Recapping the Undisputed work.
Yeah, that was some great work, right? Josh Taylor, showing that he is one of the best fighters in the world, and proved a lot of people wrong. Because I remember, a lot of people picking Jose Ramirez, and I was, just letting people know skills wins fights. Josh Taylor showed that he was a superior boxer. He showed that he's a boxer puncher. Now you look at his reign at 140, one of the best at 140 probably of all time. The way he wiped out that division, World Boxing Super Series tournament, dominated Regis Prograis, Ivan Barichek, and then Victor Postal. He beat Victor Postal, and you could add Jose Ramirez to the list, who's another undefeated fighter. He's beating undefeated fighter after undefeated fighter, champion after champion. Man, shout outs to Josh Taylor. I'm hearing that Josh Taylor will be moving up to 147 pounds to challenge Terrence Bud Crawford. When you think about it, I think that's a great fight. I think at this point of Josh Taylor's career, he is a better fighter than Manny Pacquiao. I think this Josh Taylor will beat a Manny Pacquiao at this point. So people want to say Crawford ain't fighting nobody, this and that. But if Crawford fights Josh Taylor, who's top 5 pound for pound right now, undisputed champion, you know what I mean? I think that's a great fight. I think Terrence Crawford versus Josh Taylor is a more competitive fight than Earl Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. Because Pacquiao ain't been in the ring for 2 years. Pacquiao, 42 years old. I think Josh Taylor, is a bigger test right now. What about you, Black?
According to his promoter, Bob Arum, Josh Taylor is going to be taking some defense. I don't know if this is a mandatory defense, but he's not going to be fighting at 47 next. So that's probably in the future. But I'm going to just stick to what his promoter was saying. But as far as him matching up with Pacquiao, I wouldn't go that far. I think that, he does have a great skill set, but I still think it's levels, man. And I don't think that, he can go right up there and just beat Pacquiao right now, who getting ready to jump in there with Spence, who I'm actually favoring to beat Spence. But I just feel like it's levels when you jump up to 47. So, but I respect him. Like I said, I picked him to win and all of that. So I know how good he is.
Well, I can say this, Black. Now, Josh Taylor yesterday after the fight was asked, what he wants to do next. He said he want to fight Terrence Crawford next. Now, like I said, Manny Pacquiao ain't fought in 2 years. Manny Pacquiao, 42 years old. Josh Taylor been doing more than Manny Pacquiao. He been doing way more than Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Recently, 2 years. Pacquiao 42. Josh Taylor better fighter at this point. That's my honest opinion.
No doubt. Well, shout out to Manny Pacquiao. If he beat Errol Spence, we talk about legacy. Taylor got a long way to go to catch that man legacy if he pulled that out. So, but I respect that. Like, he top 5 pound for pound. When you become undisputed, you got to put them in the conversation of one of the best active. So I 100% agree that he the real deal. Bud and Taylor both in their prime.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. The people already see it. They see what I see.
Taylor doesn't compare to Pacquiao.
Yeah. He gonna say that. He gonna say that. The brotherhood was good, nigga.
That's just opinions, though. Like, he don't compare to Pacquiao. That's levels, bro.
At this point, he's better than Pacquiao at this point. 42, who's been inactive for 2 years.
He don't have half the resume Pacquiao got.
Of course, but Pacquiao 42, close, bro. Pacquiao 42, bro. But right. I respect it.
But I'm talking about he's just not on the Pacquiao level. Yeah, right. This man been dominating too long, way longer than what Joshua just barely, scratched the surface with. But I respect him.
That's the pass.
That's just like Teofimo Lopez winning. I can't say, oh man, you better than Pacquiao because you beat Lomachenko and you got 3 belts, you unified or whatever. That don't mean that you surpass Pacquiao because you young and in your prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't mean Canelo was better than Floyd. Floyd had to tax that ass. Like, it's levels.
Yeah, so, I know. He reached the highest level, which is undisputed. Pacquiao ain't never even became undisputed like what Josh Taylor did. Pacquiao ain't never wiped out his division.
Yeah, so I like Josh Taylor, but we talk about Terrence Crawford. He better not. He's about to be 18 or 19-1, or he doesn't need to go down that path.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Essay. That was the politest way to say it. He got an ass whooping waiting for him that I've ever heard. He said he better not.
Yeah. Shit, he ain't got nothing else.
Crawford did all the hard work, setting up the table for Undisputed to be made again. But yeah, man, I think that just like you were saying that Taylor's doing a great job and all that, but yeah, he at 147, no sir.
Well, I mean, he did everything at 140. He has nothing else to prove right there. Why not move up to 147 and challenge the best fighter, pound for pound in the world?
It's
We
not
all
a good,
for it.
yeah,
We
it's a
all
good
for it.
idea.
When he decide to go up there, boy, Crawford, I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna be all for it. What up, Hap?
Yeah.
What up? What up? What's going on, H Money?
What up, Low? Hap Low, what's good?
Oh man, just having a Sunday clean up the house session. Figured I'd jump on with you guys for a minute.
Taylor got big money fights at 140 and Tank and Lee and T.O. I mean, he got options, bro. The thing about it, that man got money fights out there. And I made the point early on, when you chase after legacy, now the money chasing you. Dudes chase after the bag first and shit, and they act like legacy ain't important. And then if they get knocked off, hey, good luck.
Hey,
Hope
Bob
you got
said
enough farm animals.
Bob
Tank
already
said he
said
ain't-
that. Bob's already said that T.O. ain't getting that undisputed work.
Facts 1-2 because the winner.
But then he said in another interview that after Josh Taylor take care of this defense, then he don't have no problem making the T.O. fight. So he be kind of, I guess, flip-flopping.
He might just be trying to throw him in there to get his ass whooped.
Maybe.
Yeah, Josh Taylor
So
served up T.O.
so 1-2, you think Taylor whoop his ass?
No, I'm saying according to him, that's probably what he's
okay.
thinking. I'm saying that it'd be a good fight.
That's probably what he was thinking about with T.O. when he threw him in there with Lomachenko.
I'll put it like this. I'll be rooting for T.O., but yeah, I'd edge Taylor in that fight.
You edge him?
Yeah, I edge him in that fight.
See,
I never thought about that matchup.
Hey, Tank said he ain't going to even fight the winner of Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor. He just said that this week during his press conference with Mario Barrios. They asked him about that. He said, "Nah, I'm not going to fight the winner in that fight." Tank said that. So as far as Teofimo Lopez,
you got to have a regular belt for him to fight you. You got to have a regular belt, bro.
Hey, Josh Taylor said that Teofimo Lopez ain't even undisputed. He got to fight Devin Haney first. He said he got Devin Haney problems.
Bro. That's a fact. Like, and somebody said that they didn't even have Teofimo listed on the Undisputed yesterday or something on ESPN or whatnot. Is that true?
Dang. Yeah, I believe.
No, he wasn't on there last week when we were looking.
Y'all about to have that man dad bust
because
a
he's not
throat
undisputed
vessel, nigga.
That's because he's not undisputed.
Try telling him that.
We all know T.O. got Haney problems. Shout out to Toby Bartlett. What's good?
That boy's so mad that people tell him he ain't undisputed. He doing like 2,000 muscle ups a day. That boy T.O. heated off that. Yeah, take that energy to Devin then. That's all I say. Take that energy to Devin Haney, and you can just solve that whole situation. That's easy.
Yeah, do that and then move up.
Hey, you see that comment though, Black? I think it was by dang, who put that comment up? Fuck, I missed it.
If Taylor fight Bud,
yeah. If Taylor fight Bud, would be pound for pound number one. Taylor could beat Bud if he could beat him.
I don't know, but that's gonna be up for debate because you got Canelo pursuing Undisputed this year, right? And yeah, it'll be a big fight because you're gonna say a former Undisputed. Oh, you got Charlo as well. So it's a lot going on this year, and when it comes to that race for pound number one, it's like they really going for it. Canelo, you can say he got it right now, and he's going after Undisputed. He know he got to go after Undisputed just to stay strong on that number one spot because dudes was acting like Undisputed wasn't important at first. Remember, many debates we got in about pushing this Undisputed, and they act like, oh man, Undisputed ain't important. Why everybody going after it now? Why all the top dogs trying to go after it?
I've had so many debates over the years of Undisputed versus Lineal, and I just don't get it, dude. Lineal can't compare to Undisputed to me.
That should have been a casket for a lot when they trying to get off that Undisputed work. They did put two next to Crawford and Taylor on ESPN. I'm going to edit him out. T.O. won't go the Haney route. He's going to let that problem marinate. I don't want that. Like, you just need to just take care of that situation, man. And he won't get no more heat out here. Because, I'm tired of watching this damn interviews. That shit is done. I'm done with the T.O. interviews. I just want to see the man fight. Hopefully this motherfucking mandatory challenger don't disrupt his plans. He don't seem, like he's lacking any confidence. I would say that, but the skill set, I definitely got to go TOA. But we'll see. We will definitely see. Hopefully, staying focused. Okimi says Devin Haney is way too skilled for Lopez. Garcia, Tank. I think he beats them all. Defense and footwork is outstanding. But will they get in there with him? Hey, he got a test in front of him though with this Linares, so I ain't sleeping on that.
Yeah, he do. And I think it's a good step up fight for him too, because I think Linares could box. He could box. He got some quick hands too. They say his chin is suspect, but you know, he was a champ for a minute. And
will he get credit for this win if Devin beats Linares?
I'm giving him credit.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason why is because he's living right. He's doing it right. And he's staying active and he's fighting these guys. So, yeah, he's going to get credit over here.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should get credit for that victory. Yuli says, hey, the Ben Davison shit.
Especially because no one else wants to fight Devin. And at least Linares is stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, shout out to...
Yeah, he could have always moved up to 140 and fought Mario Barrios.
Oh, shit. Good one. Hey, that better go his way. I tell you that. And whoever got the vacant, whatever they're going to do with the vacant 47, hey, watch out. Tank might be coming after it. So...
He said Haney has Ben Davison in his corner, may be some issues. I don't think so. Ben Davison proved that he's one of the best trainers in boxing yesterday in that Jose Ramirez Josh Taylor fight. Ben Davison has an undisputed champion, and Josh Taylor and Ben Davison only 27 years old. Ben Davison got robbed in that first fight by Deontay Wilder. The Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder first fight, Ben Davison got robbed in that fight. Everybody know Fury won that fight.
I'm glad that H Money brought that up, because I did want to kind of speak to that. Ben Davison's game plan for that fight last night was spectacular, man. It was really good. So yeah, I do agree with that.
I look at it like, how much do you credit Taylor and how much do you credit, Ben Davison? It's like
one makes the plan and one executes. So they both deserve credit for it.
I seen Taylor fight that style though before, even without Ben Davison. So I just saw the same Josh Taylor that I expected to see. So,
he made adjustments though. He definitely made adjustments.
I thought he did a great job of nullifying Ramirez's offense with a little help from Kenny Bayless.
Black, like Ben Davison.
I didn't compare him to Mark Breland, brotherhood. Come on, man. Y'all putting extras on.
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, Ben Davison outcoached Robert Garcia last night. Now, leading up to this fight, people were saying, oh, Ben Davison doesn't have experience to go against Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is the better trainer, and Ben Davison proved that he is a great trainer. You know what I mean? Because he outcoached Robert Garcia. Now, early in that fight, around round number 3 or 4, Jose Ramirez actually hurt Josh Taylor with a punch, and he was landing some hard body shots, and Josh Taylor made his adjustments. Ben Davison gave him that game plan, and it worked. He outcoached he outcoached Robert Garcia. So shout outs to Ben Davison. Devin Haney next Saturday. Ben Davison been working with Devin Haney. Shout outs to Bill Haney. It's going down, baby.
It's going
there
down.
There was one point later in the fight where I felt like I don't remember what round, but Ramirez hit Taylor with a nice shot and he kind of fell back, but guess who was standing there? To hold him up.
Yeah.
He said, guess who was there to hold him up? It wasn't Jesus. It was Kenny Fellas.
Yeah.
Ben Davison got Fury knocked down twice. Then Fury fired him.
Kenny Chaos Fellas. Yo, Black, thanks for having me, man. Always a pleasure. SA, Haplo, H Money, Angel Santos, Iron Kong, the entire chat, man. I got some things to do, but yo, thanks for having me, guys. Later.
Always.
Yeah. Have a good one. Have a good one.
You're a real dude, 1-2 kid. You're a real dude.
I'm also gonna hop out. I just got done with some yard work, hopped on here for a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna get showered, cleaned up, everything. Appreciate you having me last night. It was a lot of fun. We got to call a historic event last night, so Shout out to you, Black Horseman. Haplo, thank you for coming on as well, giving very wise words. And yeah, it was a great night.
Man, shout out to Sporting Advantage, the best
the great call.
The best
Yeah,
commentator on the planet. Shout out to Sporting Advantage. That way. And then Haplo, just undefeated still on the UGC. I mean, that's just how that's been, man. You know, you got probably the most dubs on the UGC.
We set Leighton straight a little bit last night, a couple times too. So I'll take half the dub for that. I said I had to set Leighton straight a couple times last night.
Yeah. Shout out to D Nice, but yeah, Leighton was, he was feeling the victory from the Scottish, Taylor.
But the thing is, he's saying he hates the guy, but then he's all, gung ho about the win. Like, Kamit, that's kind of capping.
Right. He was just kind of back and forth, I was like, okay, Leighton, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 a.m. Okay, we get it. So I was just trying to tell him to go to sleep, but shout out to Leighton, man. He came through. He cracked some jokes. He tried to come at Haplo and a few other people on the panel, but all in all, we still kept it good sport. We were good sport, mate. And Josh Taylor got the job done, man. So, hey, man. And I was the only one on the UGC that picked Josh Taylor to win this fight. So, shout out, Flame of Fame to BHP for the right pick.
Yeah, exactly. Good job, man.
That's really all we got, man. Am I missing anything? Make sure y'all go subscribe to Haplo. That's my brother. He on the team. He on the channels tab. He on YouTube. Get with it. And everybody else on that channels tab, y'all go visit him. Por favor.
Yeah, and sub to the UGC. All right. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Anytime.
All right.
Later. Shout out to my Cali brother Haplo. You know what I mean? 2 hours back. But wherever you at, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Toby in the chat. Black working with the Scottish Mafia. Another conspiracy. Shout out to the playback. Bronze Plumber said Taylor was congratulated today for becoming the second undisputed champion from Scotland by the 74-year-old first Scot to be undisputed champ. I think did I read that wrong? It is what it is. We ending the show anyway. Leighton is Welsh. Perhaps it's that Celtic blood. He was like, I ain't gonna do Leighton. He was like, come on, mate. You Americans with your excuses. Then we just put Haplo on him. Like, come on, Leighton. And you shut it down. Shout to Actual, my bro. Mr. Impressions. Actual Impressions. Actual Flames all day. UGC. See y'all next time. BHP.